and welcome back to 50 Shades of Blonde. I'm Missy Day.
And Jill Branson.
And with us is one of our favorite people, Rena McDonald from McDonald Law Group. So welcome and thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here with you ladies today.
I know, we're
glad.
excited to have you too. And don't let that sweet face fool you, because when she's in the courtroom, that woman gets a job done. I'm telling you.
You know, I really like helping people, and I love advocating for someone. I always thought when I was younger that I would want to grow up to be a judge and, you know, make the decisions. It's not what I want to do at all. I love having somebody to fight for and really like picking a side and advocating for them. I wouldn't make a very good judge, I don't think. So yes,
Yeah.
but, you know, my clients are I care about them. I want to make sure that they get the best results that they can. So I fight for them in court as much as I need to. But that doesn't mean I have to be like that all the time. So
Right. And I just think, you know, because I've heard many testimonies and everybody just talks about how fabulous you are. And then you're also a great networker because you're really good at helping other people within the network group. Scott, for one of them, Scott Meservey, and he is like a power partner with you, correct?
right, he's a local real estate agent, and we have been friends for years, but we were business associates first, and it was really interesting how we were able to refer clients to each other. Probably not what you would assume would be a good power partner, but it really worked out for us, and we've exchanged a lot of businesses over the years. I can send him clients. I know he's going to take great care of them, and then he sends them back to me for whatever issues they have too. So
I have to tell you, I'm obsessing just a little bit over your eyelashes, I have to
Yes.
say. I keep staring at them.
They're beautiful.
thank you. I'm working on growing them very quickly overnight.
They're
So
really
thank you.
pretty. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm from Las Vegas. I was born and raised here. I'm actually a third generation Las Vegan.
Wow.
And I've been an attorney now for, oh goodness, almost 15 years. And I opened my own law practice about 11 years ago. So I started off doing mostly transactional work, which is drafting contracts and agreements. It's really not very much fun though. So I went into the courtroom and I loved it. I never thought that was something I would enjoy doing when I was in law school, but once I did it, I was hooked. Like I said, I love fighting for people. So, you know, helping people that need help is really important to me, and so being an attorney gives me that ability to do that. So, and get paid for it, which is good.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Exactly.
So I love what I do.
So little Birdie has told me that you have lots of fun stories, and I'm sure you do if you work in the legal system.
Yes.
You know, it's crazy. The things that become important to people. And, you know, like I said, I started off doing transactional work. My clients during the big crash needed different things. So as their needs changed, they begged me to try different areas of law for them so that I wouldn't send them out to someone else. And so we started practicing in different areas. So now we practice a lot in family law, which is divorce and custody. We do a lot of estate planning, which is drafting wills and trusts. We do a lot of business law. I have a lot of business clients that work with us on a monthly basis. Excuse me. And then I still do a lot of real estate and transactional work. So, you know, the family law, there's always great stories in the family law clients because people come in and their first goal is, they always tell me, you know, it's about the kids, and then you get them what they want with the kids, and then it becomes about something else, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to be divorced. Nobody wants that
Right.
situation. So they fight over the oddest things sometimes. I had a client who, they were fighting over a purse. And it was a Louis Vuitton, mind you, but it was a purse. And you know, the husband kept saying, "I don't have it, I don't have it." And then when he realized we were going to go over to trial because she wouldn't resolve it without getting this purse back, all of a sudden he found this purse, right?
Ah.
Oh
So
my
you get a
word.
lot of those kind of interesting stories. I also have a lot of really fun stories sometimes in the real estate. So I had a client recently who was a landlord, lovely woman, elderly. This is a house she's had for a long time, and her tenant removed all the smoke detectors in the house because he likes to smoke in the house even though he's not supposed to. So he removed them all, and then he contacted the Better Housing Authority and said that the house was unsafe because he had removed all these things. It doesn't make any sense. So, you got to go to court and you got to look at a judge and the judge is like, really? This is why we're here today? I'm sorry, Your Honor. It's not why I'm here today. But yes, that's what we need to fix. So you get a lot of that. So I would just tell people, when you're engaging with other people, make sure that you're focusing on what's really important.
Right.
We talked about this in networking, making sure that you're meeting the right people and really focusing on that, and in your business, making sure it grows. It's so easy, I think, to sometimes get sidetracked with this, things somebody said to you, or
Trivial, really trivial.
very, very silly. So, I've had people go to court over custody of dogs. I've had real estate transactions not closed because of 8 cents. 8 cents, and
my
you're like,
Oh my word.
I can find that in my car. But you have, $1 million contracts that fall through because of 2 words in the contract that shouldn't be there, that somebody thought made sense, that really don't make any sense. So having an attorney that you can partner with to make sure that you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, but really focusing on staying on target for what is really important to you is the best advice I can give anybody for anything, not even outside of the legal field. So, yeah.
So how true is it? So there's like a lot of reality shows on right now that have to do with law, right?
Yes.
So how real are those
Yeah.
shows compared to what you experience for a day-to-day?
Well, I think with a lot of those shows, you get 24-hour period condensed down into an hour.
Right.
So I'm sure in everybody's day, 1 hour is very exciting, right? And the rest maybe not so much. So they are fairly realistic. You don't have that every day, and it's not 24 hours of every day, but there are a lot of just interesting things that happen in Las Vegas, in the law.
Sure.
So there's been a couple of reality shows that were focused here in Las Vegas, and those were always really interesting. A lot of them circled around the criminal aspects of our system.
Right.
But so I think they're pretty realistic. Some of it feels a little staged, and some of it, when you hear the law, I'm like, I don't think that would happen. But I do think when you condense down an entire day, it's fairly easy to find some interesting tidbits. So
Right.
yeah, I think they're pretty spot on. So
Do you think our city is different because of Las Vegas and the casino industry? Do you see a lot of weird, quirky things that you wouldn't see normally in another city?
well, like I said, this is all I know. So to me, I don't think it's that odd, right? But
She's lived here forever.
You hear people say that all the time. Las Vegas is very transient. A lot of people come and go.
Right.
A lot of people come here looking for that thing that's going to make them really rich or make
Right.
them famous. And so you get a lot of those type of personalities. So I do think you have that is a heightened level in Las Vegas. And there is a lot of things here that can lead to criminal issues. So I think you have a lot of that heightened here in Las Vegas as well. But I think you have the same level anywhere you go. It maybe just doesn't have the rhinestone and glitz that
Yeah.
we get
Right.
in Las Vegas. So
Right.
I can't really think of anything else to ask you other than with businesses. What do you do to help businesses in general?
I partner with businesses. A lot of my business clients, like I said, they're on a monthly contract, and so I help them with whatever their needs are. And really my favorite thing to do with a business is start with a new business or a newer business, maybe a struggling business. Sit down with them, figure out what they have going on, what are they making, what are they doing. I love to go to their offices, meet their employees, see their clients, touch their products, see what they're making, and really help them grow and help them expand their business in a way that it's sustainable. So from a legal aspect.
Right.
People keep growing. They're like, oh, I'll do that employee handbook later. All of a sudden they have 50 employees and no employee handbook. I hate that.
Oh, geez.
You know?
Oh,
Or the people are like, oh yeah, I'll worry about getting those papers done, next week. Don't wait till next week, because I always talk about the wheel of litigation. When we sue everybody. Because if you forget somebody, that's who everybody's going to blame, and then
That's
your
right.
client ends up with nothing. So if you've touched it, you're going to get sued. And so it's not a question of if, but when. And making sure that you have somebody that you can go to. My legal plans, I usually call them the staying out of trouble plans, because it's so easy to just call and say, hey, should I sign this? I can look at it, we're done, versus you don't do that. You don't have somebody you can partner with to do that. And then you sign it
And-
because you're like, oh, it looks good to me. If you even read it.
Yeah.
And then, then they call me, and now instead of being a 5-minute phone call, it's a 5-year
yeah.
litigation issue.
Right.
So making sure that you have somebody you can partner with is really important in the law. So, but yeah, that's what, with my, I've had a lot of really interesting business clients over the year, and I've had a couple of dispensaries lately. Wow, what some interesting things going on there.
Right.
And it's not, a lot of them are just really snazzy, sophisticated business owners, but because of the way the regulations are and laws are,
Right.
they can't operate a business in a normal way. And the hurdles they have to go through for something that you'd want to be completely regulated, they can't regulate it because of the federal, for the cash issue, for example.
Right.
They can't open a bank account. So everything they do is in cash.
Oh.
They walk to the IRS with suitcases full of cash.
Oh dear.
know?
That's
Wow.
frightening.
And so they pay their employees in cash, in like lunch bags full of cash.
Oh.
So, because they can't write checks. Well, that doesn't help them be better businesses.
No.
Right.
It doesn't help fix that problem. So until some things like that get fixed, they have some really interesting, complex issues, and these are good business owners that are really just trying to pay their taxes. Sometimes they can't pay their taxes because, like, some cities won't take cash. Well, what do you do with that? So,
Right.
they're a lot of fun.
Awesome.
So-
Well, I want to thank you for being on today. And if you could quickly just share with our people that are watching how they can get a hold of you.
Sure. So our office is located in Henderson. We're off of Whitney Ranch and Russell. My website is mcdonaldlawgroup.com, and our phone number is 702-448-4962. You can always come in. We do free consultations, and I can sit down with you and see if it's something that we can help you out with. If not, and if it's not an area I practice in, I'm happy to refer you to a great attorney who does.
Thank you very much, Rena. Thank you
Thanks,
for being
Rena.
here.
I'm so glad.
And stay tuned. Our next segment, we're going to have Squeeze In is going to be back with us, one of our sponsors.
So good.